All right. So
Alright.
if you are near me here by the red portrait, this is me here. I was on a retreat here. And so this retreat was super special because I spent about 2 weeks in a temple home and I found it
Wow.
very beneficial. And the home was just infused with deities and scriptures, books, readings. And this was the picture I took because this wasn't the bedding area. They had an outside meditation spot. So every day I'll go out there and meditate. And I'm even wearing like frequency healing devices. Like around my neck, I'm wearing the iTaurus device. It's
Right.
an EMF radiation protection that heals and upgrades, repairs DNA. So I felt it was a special moment because I was again retreating from the world after a heavy time in my life. So
Okay.
that is an NFT. I mint it on Rarible, if I'm not mistaken. And if we
Wow,
move
yeah, that's
down
a
here,
I love that picture. It's so strong, it's so historic, like,
mm-hmm.
it brings great meaning, like, I feel it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel it.
And I'm an Aries, so red is my color. So I
Okay.
named the portrait red.
Right?
So that's the name of it. And
Wow.
this one here is Trance Dance Experience. I filmed this. It was a dance video, but I captured this still and then I decided to mint it maybe a few months after I figured out what an NFT was. So this one is Trans Dance Experience. And
Wow.
I was preparing myself to go to a retreat in Sedona. Super nervous because I'm super introverted, but this was a moment for me in my life that I was like, I got to be that social butterfly. And right before the retreat, I filmed this in the park. And yeah, this is the still of that. And the retreat was quite interesting. It went well. I met many people.
Right? And then, like you said, this is the perfect place to be that social butterfly. Like, I'm a very shy person, but on here, I feel like I'm very talkative.
Yeah. So it's like a it's like I always have to remember to implement, my real life experiences in here. That's the way I can keep balance in this virtual world. And I already do this in the 2.0. Like we met me, the Raw, Mo, X, we all met on Instagram. So this was like dope. I had my space created and we just infused and became one. Um, this one was filmed. This portrait is Majesty, one of my favorite of all times. And this is minted on Rarible. And I was in the tropics of Puerto Rico, in Ciales, Puerto Rico. It was just me and my little one. And this day I just felt myself. I was feeling like this full moon energy. My feet was on fire. I decided I wanted to dance, put my tripod up, started dancing, and this was a steel that I decided I wanted to mint. So again, these are moments in my life that I'm like pushing through. And after that, I went to San Juan for 2 weeks, and I was on my way back here to Arizona. So it was a moment where I was giving myself, and I was helping, and I was being that global, volunteerist and eco-tourist, and just giving my all. And dances is a way that I push through many, I guess I say, differences, especially when I'm around people because I'm an introvert. But I ain't gonna let that stop me. So people think, oh, you dance, you're extroverted. No, it's a way that I'm trying to be extroverted. So this capture is like it's strong and it's a pivot. And so the collectors understand that. And it's just gonna be more that I'll start creating. You can actually scan that QR code and it'll take you right to it. Right here is a token gated access pass. And over here is another token gated access pass. Over here is another one. This would be the last one, if I'm not mistaken. And the name of this NFT is Disingenuous. And I'll tell you a little bit about it, but I've already done Saturday Night Lives explaining all of my NFTs. And so if you become a Patreon member, you can catch the replay. But this one was filmed in my own home, and I was in on the brink of moving. I had just experienced a natural disaster. The building next to me burnt down, so I was in the middle of a complete fire, and I had to just transition myself safely, me and my little one, and I didn't understand why it was happening. Like I had just moved into the building, like, and I'm like, I'm comfortable, and so I realized comfortability is not always like where we should be. And so I named it disingenuous because I was running into people that was disingenuous. I was like, I got to do this on my own. And I completely had to figure out what I wanted to do. So in that time of me being displaced and misplaced, I traveled. I didn't mope. I didn't get sad. I traveled. Yes. I took me and my little one and we traveled and we experienced some good things. We met some amazing people. So in the midst of going through something, I was like, no, I'm not gonna sit at home. And this
Right.
video was a clip of that moment. I was crying and all that, but I'm the artist that have to tell you that. So thank you
Right.
for asking.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you when you said everybody, I think you said something about being comfortable. What did you mean by that?
I was super comfortable in this spot. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to be. I felt like the fire was like pushing me to have to relocate, and I was like, I gotta relocate. And I'm going to relocate. I'm not going to be afraid of change. And so
Right.
this moment was my like my last dance video in that, this spot.
So, in that place, was you born and raised there, or
No,
like how did you get
no, no, it was just my own. When you have your own, you just appreciate it. And you're like, I don't want to have to go stay with family for this amount of time. I don't want to have to lean on no one. This is my
there? Right.
spot. I work for it. This is what I work for. But the displacement, the natural disaster pushed me into change, pushed me to travel. It pushed me to get out there and to network and to meet people. Like I met so many people in that time. And it was because I didn't have a place to be comfortable and say, I'm going to sit at home today and watch Netflix. No, you're going to go out and do something and meet people. And I was nervous. I was scared as hell, but I did what it did, and it is what it is. And I'm here now, and it's a moment that I cherish. I appreciate that. So it's going on an hour and 30 minutes. I am going to wrap up the live because we are live here on IG, YouTube, and Spatial. And I appreciate everybody for being here and being a part of this. And please feel free to like the space so we can keep in contact. I'm going to leave the space open so that everyone can walk around and check it out. I'll probably lock it up in about an hour or two. So there's no rush for you to leave. But I myself will be wrapping it up and leaving here to tap back into the physical world. I appreciate it.